Hello, babes. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about none other than the iconic, legendary, beautiful Miss Beyoncé, Giselle Knowles-Carter, and her fashion in the 2000s. So let's get into it. Now, we're all aware and familiar with the legendary Beyoncé. She is a household, multi-talented, global superstar who has achieved it all. You name it and B has done it. And I have a video breaking down her artistry and her legendary status, her music, and how she's changed the game, coming very soon. But today, I want to talk about Beyoncé's style in the early 2000s that I think is so underrated, and how hyper feminine Beyoncé was and also still is. In the early 2000s, Beyoncé's beauty, style, and physique was unmatched. Although we know Miss B is still that girl, she wore the best looks on the red carpets that are still being imitated today, and the mini dress became her signature. She was glamorous, hyper feminine, and just overall unapologetically girly. Even when wearing jeans, she would always wear a pair of heels, a halter top, or a baby tee and some big earrings to add her own touch to it. She would wear the most beautiful gowns and was the epitome of style and grace. Her poise, elegance, and class automatically caught your attention. She is just one of those people who would draw attention to her no matter where she is or what room she enters. There are some people who are born with that magnetic it factor, and Beyoncé is one of those people. People like to say it's because of this or that, and no, it's because she has an it factor and was just born with it. In the 2000s, Beyoncé's fashion consisted of a multitude of mini dresses, especially during her Dangerously in Love era. She sort of took ownership of the dress and made it hers, as I stated before. Form-fitting gowns, cargos. R&B loved her a good pair of cargos in all sorts of textures and colors. Swing dresses, and we can't forget the 6-inch heels. Very rarely was she in anything with a shorter length unless she was wearing a pair of sneakers or flats, which was seldom. When Beyoncé went solo, aside from her beauty and talent, she had to stand out from the rest when it came to fashion, because if there is one thing we love about pop culture, it's the fashion, and we are still reveling in the looks we saw our favorite artists, actresses, and socialites wear years ago. So let's start with our introduction to Miss Beyoncé, the solo artist. Ready? Crazy in Love, one of the most iconic videos in music history, changed the game for pop stars and how pop stars will make their debut. Opens up with Beyoncé in a simple yet sexy outfit, wearing a shimmery rhinestone embedded Prada halter top, J brand short shorts, and a pair of candy apple Stuart Weitzman pumps. As she walks towards us, her hair is pulled back into a ponytail that resembles her teen self. She then lets her hair loose, symbolizing her coming into herself as a woman who was ready to show the world who Beyoncé was. Upon that introduction, we already knew Beyoncé was about to be a force to be reckoned with. Throughout the entire video, we got a fashion show mixed with choreography and vocals. The rooftop photo shoot scene, it kind of reminds me of America's Next Top Model opening. I love this scene, the dress, the bangs, the poses. Beyoncé was really showing out this entire video. Not one scene is lackluster or boring. From beginning to end, she's entertaining us. I still remember sitting down watching the making of this video with my mother, sister, and aunts, and just being in awe of how confident and fabulous Beyoncé was. She was just different. We had the scene that mixed urban and glamour, which was the alley scene. The rugged backdrop and the clothing was perfect, and something that most wouldn't even think to mix. The cropped cerise pink and orange satin bomber jacket that was placed perfectly so there was no slip while she was dancing, and the low-rise cargos that sat right below her waist but didn't even budge while B did the iconic uh-oh dance. Many women were replicating this look after the video came out. and cargos were a major trend. And of course, the second dance break of the video that I made sure me and my friends knew within a week, okay?
Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now.
The huge fan that is now a part of Beyonce's signature. If it's one thing that she's going to have on the stage or around her is a fan. The Versace Spring 2003 collection color block dress, the big gold semi-circle hoops, the chunky gold link chain and bracelet, the open-toe stilettos with the colorful detailing in the back. Ty Hunter, who was previously the stylist for Beyoncé as well as Destiny's Child, stated that Donatella sent the entire 2003 spring collection for the video. So not only is Beyoncé wearing Versace, but so are her background dancers. B and her team did their big one with this video, and it was the perfect introduction to her as a solo act. The year 2003 belonged to Beyoncé. She just released one of the biggest songs of the summer, and it was played everywhere. From clubs, parties, movies, etc. You couldn't go anywhere without someone blasting it in their car. And then the next singles that dropped. Beyoncé cemented her foot in the game with hit after hit single and became the standard for how to debut and to stand out from the rest. Every single video released by Beyoncé in the early 2000s was filled with top tier looks and high quality clothing and designers like Dolce & Gabbana and Roberto Cavalli in her Naughty Girl video. Naughty Girl, which is one of my absolute favorite videos from her because of how sparkly, hyper feminine, and sexy it was. She was sexy, but never raunchy and overly sexual. It was just something that she exuded. As well as Baby Boy. I absolutely love the Baby Boy video, and basically almost every single Beyonce video. When Beyonce released B-Day, it was around the same time of Dreamgirls, which she drew a lot of inspiration from, especially within the wardrobe and hair department. In her videos, Get Me Bodied, Green Light, and Kitty Cat, her makeup reflects the 70s disco era. In Get Me Body, she wears a bold silver shimmer and a winged liner to accentuate the eyes. The focus of her makeup is the eyes, with a dramatic pair of lashes while she wears a lightly tinted gloss. The earrings, dress, and platform heels are the perfect combination to tie the whole look in. You can see how she got inspiration from not only Dreamgirls, but one of her biggest inspirations, Miss Diana Ross, when it came to glam and performance this era.
Get your body, get your body, want your body, won't you get your body?
In Green Light, when she is laying across the piano, it's very old Hollywood glamour girl, and across the green light words, she goes back into the 70s glam with the makeup and hair. B-Day, you can tell, was just inspired by go-go, disco, and the whole entire 70s scene. It was just iconic. I absolutely love B-Day because of how different it was, but also still had that classic 70s feel to it.
And you acting like it's all of I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it.
Beyonce's name is just synonymous with femininity, glamour, and fabulosity, if that even is a word. Fashion in the 2000s was everything I loved about growing up in the 90s and 2000s. The glossy lips, shimmer and shine, hyper feminine looks on and off the red carpet, the way women loved to dress up regardless of where they were going, and mall culture this time. The mall is where you would go to find all things girly, like with stores Justice, Claire's, and more. And if you're from New York, go into KP, which is where I would go as I'm a Brooklyn girl, or downtown. And back in the day, they had a movie theater, so after your parents took you shopping, you'd go and eat and then go to the movies afterward. Or if you're from Queens, you'd go to Queens Center Mall or Green Acres. And it was just a joyous time being a young girl because of how frilly, girly, and sparkly things were. And Beyonce just brings that back for me when it comes to her 2000s looks. Beyonce's wigs were done so well. I'm someone who doesn't really like wigs. I've worn about 2 and I just don't like them, but it's because I'm someone who likes to fill their own hair and do different hairstyles. So I actually prefer clip-ins when I do want to add hair, even though I don't do it frequently, but I'd prefer clip-ins or tape-ins over a wig. Although there are some really nice wigs, I just am not really a fan of wigs like that. But B's wigs were always so natural looking and would blend seamlessly. Her makeup was always done in a way that highlighted her natural beauty, a little glitter and shimmer here and there, sometimes a cat eye or smoky eye, but it was never heavy. Molly Roncal, who was Beyonce's makeup artist, stated that she rarely put foundation on Beyonce when she would do her makeup because she took such good care of her skin and would just add a tint. And let me tell you something, when you see her in person, her skin is flawless. Even if someone is wearing makeup, you're able to tell how good they take care of their skin underneath, and Beyonce is one of those people. But back to the fashion. What I loved about the B-Day era was how Beyonce mixed glitz with her southern roots and added some 70s inspiration to it. My mother purchased this album as soon as it dropped, and I played it consistently every single day. Especially Green Light, Sugar Mama, Ring the Alarm, and Deja Vu. Those were my songs. This was the first time Beyonce dropped a visual album, again being way ahead of her time, and the fashion was immaculate. Every look in Deja Vu was country chic, Southern Belle realness. The red dress she wears while dancing in the grass was by Roberto Cavalli, and a dress I obsessed over for years because of how good it looked on her and how they added the black gloves. It's little touches like that make an outfit stand out. The hair, everything in this video is just phenomenal. All of the looks that she wore, things that some people wouldn't even think to put together, it just brought out the video. Early on, when Beyonce was in Destiny's Child, designers didn't want to send clothing or design pieces for the girls, so Tina was who designed every piece for them, which I did a video breaking down Destiny's Child fashion and the impact they had on fashion, so if you want to check it out, I'll add the link in the description box below. But Miss Tina was the one who designed almost every outfit they wore. However, when B went solo, although still designing some of her stage costumes, a lot of designers wanted her to wear their pieces because she was the hot up-and-coming pop artist and they wanted that attention. Some of the brands that Beyonce loved and wore were Roberto Cavalli, Versace, and Elie Saab, whom I love. The gowns that Elie creates are absolutely beautiful. The looks that would come off the runway were always tweaked and made to look like Beyonce. The purple color blocked Versace dress she wore to the BET Awards was made shorter and tailored to fit the frame of B and had everyone asking what dress she was wearing. Her tan and body shimmer brought the dress to life, and once she wore this dress, it basically became hers. Some of my absolute favorite 2000s Beyonce looks are the dress that she wears in the Girl video. I absolutely love this dress, and I believe this dress is a Roberto Cavalli dress as well. I'm not too sure, but I'll double check. But I love this entire look. All of the outfits that she wore from beginning to end in the Lose My Breath video, especially the Tom Ford pants she wears with the cropped fur and black leather gloves. I would rewind that part of the video so much just to see the pants because I wanted them so bad, even though I was a preteen. Her 2007 Elie Saab Golden Globes dress, the spray tan, the gold, the caramel colored highlights, she just looked stunning on the red carpet and she knew it too. The entire check on the video, as I said before, you guys know I absolutely love pink, so this video will always be one of my all-time favorite videos, specifically because it's pink. And speaking of pink, her pink mini dress she wore for the 2004 NRJ Music Awards. The Upgrade You video, this video is so luxurious. I absolutely love it, especially when she's wearing that chunky braid in her hair, the white tailored suit, the sunglasses, her sitting in the Rolls Royce. Okay, Beyonce was giving us look after look in this video. She was eating down. The chartreuse green dress she wears in the Me, Myself, and I video with the fur shawl. Listen, Beyoncé can do no wrong when it comes to her looks. She always looks incredible in almost every single one of her music videos. If it's one thing Beyoncé is going to do, it's going to be iconic, okay? I would be here for days if I listed all of the looks that I loved that B wore in the 2000s, but what I loved most was her elegance, poise, and class, the way she carried herself like a lady, and how hyper feminine she was and still is. And with that being said, this video has come to an end. Let me know below what are some of your favorite 2000s Beyoncé looks, or even before and after. I will be doing a part 2 to this video and breaking down all of Beyoncé's looks as well as her current fashion. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure your notification bells are turned on so that you always know when I upload, and I will catch you guys in the next one.